Hello everyone, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I am doing my Shop My Stash roulette for the month of March, and then we are going to pick for the month of April. For the month of March, we had high-end makeup. And before I get into all the stuff that I did use, I just want to let you guys know that when I first moved into this house, I decluttered the majority of my high-end products that I knew I just was not going to use, that were brand new, that I'd rather sell to somebody who wanted to use them. So I knew this month was going to be hard because I already did that when I moved here. And I don't want to use makeup that's brand new that I know I'm not going to use just for the sake of using it for a video. Instead, I could sell it to somebody who can get something that's brand new, never used, never swatched, never touched. So just bear that in mind while I am doing this video because this one's going to be hard. I'm just warning you now. I know the last 2 months, 3 months, it has been great. I've been doing so well, but I knew this month was going to be difficult. So I just wanted to prep yourselves for this, prep you guys, because there's some things still that I don't know what to do with, and I'm gonna have to figure it out. So anyway, let's get into the video. All right, so let's start out with the two blushes that I did pull up this month. The first one was the Bare Minerals Ready Blush in the Grand Entrance. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's a little reflective. This is one of my very few cool toned blushes that I own. This is really, really pretty. The formula of this is very, very nice. See how this is super soft, very subtle on the cheeks, but I don't own many cool tone blushes just because I feel like they are either too purple or they just don't look right on me. Like I just don't like the look of them. So I tend not to buy them. And this is one of the few that have lasted quite a few declutters. This was limited edition. You can't get this one anymore. I did wear it and I forgot how much I enjoy it. So I'm not going to get rid of it. I really like it. I know it's an older one. They don't even make these anymore specifically. They've changed their formulas, but I do like them. This one was in a holiday sale. I can't remember when, but I did buy it at Macy's, I remember. So I am going to keep it. I do enjoy it. It's one of the few that I own out of the hundreds of blushes that I own that's very unique and specific to my collection. So I am going to keep it, but I wanted to pull it out just to make sure I'm still enjoying it, even though I've had it for at least 2 years. Another one with the same concept. I wanted to make sure I wanted to keep this one because as I was decluttering a bunch of my blushes, as you guys know, I declutter every day. So as I was going through it, I wanted to put this one to this test to see if I wanted to keep it. This was in a kit. It came with a highlighter and a blush. I gave the highlighter to my mom because I had 2 of them and I didn't need 2 of them. This is the Mally Effortlessly Airbrushed Blush in Pretty Pink. So this is what the packaging looks like of this. And here is what the actual blush looks like in here. It comes with a mirror, which is super cute. This, I have the peach one, which I love. And then this one is the pinky one. It's very, very pigmented. And I didn't know if I wanted to keep it because you could see that it's a pretty bright pink. And I tend not to reach for these, but I put it on my cheeks and it is really, really pretty. I just have to bump my brush in here and then put it on my cheeks. I can't swirl. It's such a soft formula. You're going to get way too much. It's very, very pigmented, but it's a small blush, like as far as the size, so I don't mind it. If this was a big blush, I probably would have decluttered it. But because of the size of it, I don't mind keeping it. And the color is different because I don't tend to wear pinks. I mainly stick to my corals, my peachy colors, my pinky peachy shades, more of like that summery blush look. That's what I enjoy. And these are very rare from my collection. So I am going to keep this one again. I was very close to decluttering it, but I'm glad I used it to really see if I wanted to keep it or not. So the 2 blushes I pulled out are going to stay this month. Now, as far as the highlighters, this is where it gets tricky for me because I still have to play around with them. I'm not 100% sure with them. First one is the Laura Geller Baked Highlighter in Golden Rose. This is what it looks like here. It is a soft blush, a highlighter. It's more shimmery than French Vanilla, but it's still a subtle highlighter. The problem that I'm having with this one and the next one I'm going to show you is I have to see if the undertone actually fits me. Here it is right there. It's very subtle and beautiful. I just don't know if I like how it looks on my cheeks, and I still have to play around with it because I don't think I gave it enough of an opportunity in different circumstances, and mainly because the sun was not coming out this month. It's now going to start to come out more often just because we're getting into spring, that I want to use it when the sun's out. I used it a lot when it was rainy and gloomy, so I really didn't get the full effect of the actual highlighter. So I'm going to keep it for now. I am going to play with it on the side. I'll update you guys whether I keep it or not, but I'm not sure about this one yet. Unfortunately, it has to do with the weather. The other one is this Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. This is the Feather Light Mineral Veil. So this is what this one is. I've had this one for a very long time, and this is supposed to be like a veil for your face, kind of like the Hourglass ambient lighting powders, but this would remind me of the luminous one where it's kind of like a subtle highlight. So it comes in this big old sifter here, and I have worn it, and it is pretty. Like, you guys can see that it has sparkle in it, and I did wet my brush to put it on. It looked really nice. But again, I don't know if I like the undertone of it. I have to really, it's so hard when the sun isn't out. So I'm going to pull this one out again. I'm going to keep both of these out because I'm still on the fence, even though after all this time, it's the stupid sun didn't come out. And they're both very similar, and that's the problem. So I have to really decide whether these are ones that I'm wanting to keep, I'm going to use, because if not, I'm willing to declutter them or sell them or whatever. But yeah, I'm sorry. I know I'm mad at myself for not being able to really get a decision on these, because I'm not that type. I'm like a black and white type of person. Like, there is no gray area with me, but the sun killed me. Since the sun didn't come out, and the few days the sun came out is when the stomach bug came, so I didn't wear makeup. So that's the verdict with the highlighters. I will promise to get back to you on the highlighters because I'm still going to try them out to see if I really like them. All right, so now moving on to the palettes. These palettes, I decluttered a ton already, so I don't know if I'm going to get rid of these because I really like all of them. So just bear with me. I promise you guys, I have decluttered some already, so I'm not mad at myself for not getting rid of anything if I don't. First off is this Smashbox Cover Shot Soft Light Eyeshadow Palette. So this is the one that I pulled out. I wanted to see if I really still like this one. This is the super neutral natural one that I own. I only own this one and probably 2 more of these. I don't own the whole collection. This one was sent to me through Influencer. These are very soft, subtle eyeshadows. Like, if you see this in person, you're like, can I even get color out of these? They're super soft. But I do like this one. I did wear it a few times this month for like family events, things that I didn't want to wear too much makeup on, but I didn't want to wear like this where it's all bright colors. So I wore this one and I got so many compliments like, oh, I love your makeup, it looks so nice. This palette specifically does not have any mattes, so I have to use some of the shimmers, or satins I should say, because these are not shimmer, these are more satins. I used them in my crease and they didn't even look like I was wearing glitter on my crease, or it was too shiny, too metallic-y, none of that. This can be used all over and it's okay. I really liked it. These long ones are really pretty as inner corner highlights right here. Honestly, I don't have any other palette like this. I either have straight neutrals, naturals, or color. This is very different because it's very soft. Like, it reminds me of spring shades where I could pull out a pop of shade and it'll look nice, like a pop of color, and it would look nice. So I do like it. I still like it. I thought this was one of the ones I would declutter, but I really do like it. So it is staying in my collection still. Next up was 2 Pure palettes. This is the first one. This is the Pure Soulmates Matte Eyeshadow Palette. Do you guys remember this one? This is the original Modern Renaissance, you guys. I'm pretty sure most of you forgot about this one. This is the original Modern Renaissance, and I was like, all right. Honestly, this one and the next one, when I first moved into this house, I was ready to give them up. I was like, you know what? I'm going to sell those. I barely used them. I don't know. So here, obviously, is what it looks like. I'm going to show you some swatches of this. These are all mattes. This specific one is all mattes. Look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. These are really, really pretty. I put these on and I forgot how beautiful these are. These are just that perfect matte palette that you don't want neutral browns. Like, you want some sort of color, but you don't want it to be so out there. It paired so nicely with the next palette I'm going to share with you guys. It lasted all day. This specific palette and the one that I'm going to show you next are the two that I wore when my daughter had Projecto Vomit at IKEA. I was sweating bullets. It was raining outside. And let me tell you, at the end of the day when I came home and I washed my face off, these eyeshadows were still perfectly intact, like as if I just put them on my eyes. Did not fade, did not crease, didn't budge at all. That was a true test. I really like this palette. I'm sure I have a million, but I know myself. If I just get rid of multiples, I'm going to want to buy more. Do you understand my mentality? And that's what I'm trying not to do. If I keep what I have already, even though I have similar shades, it's going to deter me from buying because I only have one of that palette and I could use another one. That's how my mindset works. So this is why I'm very specific on what I declutter. I know I'm going to use this palette. I can see myself using this palette. I've enjoyed it this month, so I know I still like it. So I'm going to keep it. I'm kind of happy I just didn't declutter it and sell it because I probably would have regretted that. The other one that was its family member was this one. Remember this one? This is the, I don't know what this one was called. It doesn't even have it on the back here at all, but this is what the palette looks like inside. You see all these metallics? It worked so well with the last one I just shared with you guys. You guys, oh my goodness, what in the world have I been doing? Hiding these palettes in my collection. Goodness. See what happens when you get new things. This is so beautiful. I mixed and matched some of these shimmer shades on my lids. You do get some mattes. You get two bone color mattes here, and then you get a brown and a black. But I find that that's not enough, so I would pair it with this one right here. And the looks that I had come out with are gorgeous, gorgeous. This is such a pretty palette. I'm glad, again, I did not declutter this. I can see myself pulling this out in the summer just for a quick, you know, bronzy or reddish look, or like if I don't want a liquid product or cream product, but I want the actual finish, this is a good one to have. So these two are also going to stay in my collection. I know I'm sucking this month. I already warned you guys. And the last one is no other exception. All right, so this is the Laura Geller, the Wearables Color Story Baked Eyeshadow Palette. She is one of those few people that has baked eyeshadows, and I own quite a few of her baked eyeshadow formula. I've been a fan of them because you can use them dry or wet. So this one is called the Wearables one. So this is what this one looks like right here. I don't even know if you guys have ever seen this one, but I have used it, and lordy lordy. Okay, so when I pulled this one out, I'm like, yep. This one and these two were the ones that I was like, yep, I'm going to end up decluttering those. That's a no-brainer. I'm going to pull these suckers out just to make sure. So when I pulled this out and I started to swatch, I'm like, okay, that doesn't even look like it's pigmented. That one looks like it's a little bit patchy. This duochrome one looks a little bit crumbly. I'm like, yeah, this one's definitely going to go. Yep. So the first time I put it on, I was like, what the heck? How did I just forget how good this palette was? When you put your brushes in this formula, you get color payoff. Let me tell you, even with the shimmery matches, it doesn't matter. I got pigmentation all the way. Some of these you can automatically tell that they're mattes, and some of them you can tell that have some sort of glitter flexes in them or some sort of high shine shimmer to them, so you can differentiate what's what. But even these darker shades that may have some sort of like a shimmery undertone, like a shimmer, you still can use in your crease or in your outer V, and it looks so nice. These three shades right here are stunning. You guys can see I use those the most. This duochrome is awesome. This purple on my lid was amazing. I love these two for inner corner highlights and even for face highlighters. These are baked, so they are more forgiving. Even if you don't like a shimmer lid, these are more forgiving, so they look really nice on the lid and even on your face. These are going to last me forever because they're baked. Forever. I can use these wet, I can use them dry. I used them dry to make sure that the pigmentation was still there, and it is. It is still there. I was in awe, and I completely forgot about this one. Such a beautiful palette. It really, really is. And it is a wearable palette. And the best part is when I put it on my lids at the end of the day, it lasted all day. It looks so beautiful. I could not stop looking at my eyes. These two on the lid are my favorite. Like, you can even do all these three as a row. These three right here would be absolutely beautiful as a trio. Same thing with these, same thing with these. You guys can see what I'm getting at. So these could be trios if you really wanted them to, or mix and match like I did. Very, very beautiful. Again, I'm going to keep this one. I forgot her formula of the baked shadows was really, really good. Not only is her baked face stuff good, but her eyeshadow baked formula was also really good. All right, you guys, so that is it for this month. I told you guys it was going to be not good compared to my last month's, but that's because I already had decluttered all of my high-end makeup. If you are curious to see what I'm talking about, go check my Poshmark. That's where most of my stuff is, if I didn't already give that huge box away to my friend. So for the month of April, we are going to choose what we're going to do. So here we go. Cream products. How exciting. So my goal for April is to pull out all and any cream products that I could use for my face. This is fun. This one's fun because I was hoping for something different from last year. So cream products it is, you guys. So that'll be easy for my lipstick bag because all my lipsticks are cream. So that's a no-brainer. But for face products, this will be fun. This will be fun to share with you guys any of my cream products. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in my next video. And don't forget that a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear. Bye, guys.